Hello folks, welcome. Filming in 1080. Linux Mint 22.1 is more likely what the next Cinnamon version is going to be called. And I have some screenshot of Cinnamon 6.4. That's the latest version. There's no beta copy has been released, and more importantly, historically, Linux Mint will release that toward the end of December. So this is 5 December 2024. And again, Clem and his team are in charge of those schedules. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is what it may be called. More likely it will be 22.1, so a minor release with some bells and whistles. And it'll be using a 6.4 series Cinnamon. So I left the X there because it'll more likely change. Now, your current versions, if you are on Linux Mint 22, you are on 6.2.9 running a 6.8 series Linux kernel. If you are on the older version of 21.3, you may be on a different version, but if you're running Edge, you're more likely on 6.8 also Linux kernel, but the Cinnamon is 6.0.4. Now I'm going to give you some screenshots. Nothing stupendous, and one of the screenshots I did not place, which is the calendar. That's also been revamped, but I'll start with the power button. So they have nice rounded corners, and more importantly, the buttons are also nice and rounded. All right, so I have another screenshot with the timer turned on. You're able to turn these timers on even today. The buttons just look different, that's all. So if you're fond of over-amplifying speakers, I'm not. The settings used to be over here. They moved it down to here for sound output. And this will be off by default. And a lot of you folks may even miss that if you decide to upgrade or update or do a fresh install. So just keep that in mind if you decide to go with the next version, that you want to maybe turn that on if you want to go beyond 100%. Not a good idea in my book, but you can see the big range in here. This represents 100% if you can't see that little white mark. Filming in 1080. All right, another feature, I just took a sectional screenshot of the system settings, and there's this thing called night light. I believe it's for if you are wanting to subdue some of the brightness. Okay, that was off by default. And I think I already made mention of the next version of Nemo. Your file manager will become 6.4. something. And there's no beta copy as of yet. So you may want to be on the lookout for that if you're the type of person that likes to run beta copies. Maybe you're even on Clem's list, I don't know. But more importantly, look for that coming out. Now, if you want to run the Cinnamon version 6.4 on an Arch-based distribution, you can either go to EndeavourOS website or the Manjaro website. Now, Manjaro has 6.4 Cinnamon, and it uses a 6.11 series kernel if you're curious. Just remember this, though, Arch-based distributions do not use the same file package managers as Linux Mint. And some of the theming or icon sets are going to be different also. But in either case, thank you for watching.